News of the World and News Corporation boss Rupert Murdoch is facing a police investigation and new questions from MPs over secretly recorded comments, apparently expressing his frustrations over the inquiry into phone hacking and payments to officials. The recording, obtained by Exaro, the investigative website, and broadcast on this programme last week, came at a meeting with Sun journalists earlier this year. Porrick O'Brien has this report. Now, Pakistan's security services have been lambasted by an official inquiry for their comprehensive failure to detect the fact that the al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden had been living in their country for almost a decade. Bin Laden was eventually shot dead by American special forces, who raided his compound in Abbottabad 2 years ago. But a leaked inquiry report has revealed that on one occasion, Pakistan police actually stopped bin Laden's car for speeding, but failed to recognise him. Kylie Morris has this report. Michael Crick at Dagenham. Well, earlier I spoke to the Unite leader, Len McCluskey, and I began by asking him whether he agreed with Ed Miliband's description of the Falkirk affair as the death throes of old politics. But you say that what happened in Falkirk was a storm in a teacup. So what did happen at Falkirk from your point of view?
Nothing. That's why we've called for an independent inquiry, John, because we say that Unite did nothing wrong and acted within the Labour Party rules. All unions have a right to try and persuade their members to join the Labour Party, and that's all we did in Falkirk. Our problem, and perhaps our crime in Falkirk, was we were too successful.
Well, one obvious big issue from today's speech is what the implications are for the financing of the Labour Party, because obviously if with these changes there will be financial implications. What do you think they are?
He is taking a gamble, there is no doubt about that. You're asking me what the implications are. Well, until such times as we listen to the details of the proposals, we're not fully sure of that. But the way I've understood it, one thing's for certain, if his ideas come to fruition, we won't be affiliating 1 million members to the Labour Party, which costs us £3.25 million a year. We might be affiliating, it might be as low as 50,000, and that's obviously a dramatic reduction in affiliation fees.
Finally, Tony Blair has today said he's delighted with what Mr Miliband has done, and he wishes he'd done it before. Praise like that must bring a thrill to your heart.
Well, what Ed has done, it's not often I agree with Tony Blair. I don't always disagree with him, but I think what Tony said was that this was genuine leadership given today by Ed Miliband, and with that I agree with Tony Blair. It was a visionary speech, and could well be historic, and we'll see where it takes us.